She left the City College in 1978 with a BFA degree in film video to make a mark as a filmmaker. In the decades since, Ms. Schiller has garnered international acclaim for her body of work. Her mission has been to make films that embody the values and principles in which she believes. One of her hallmarks has been producing documentaries that redress the historical erasures of contributions by women, gays, and blacks to Western culture. In you, Greta Schiller, your alma mater, has particular reason to rejoice.
Well, I was an immigrant to Manhattan, but not from Brooklyn, Queens, or the Bronx. I came from that coveted, voting, white working class, middle America. And I'm really happy that we helped swing the elections the way we did. I want to congratulate my fellow honorees, and a special thanks to Donald Jordan, who himself was not without electricity until yesterday. But I kept getting the emails from him. My favorite comment heard during election night coverage was, all the new voters were less white. On my second pass at City College, when I returned 25 years later to earn a master's in science education, all the new students were less white. And as we saw tonight with the scholarship students, it was like a backup. I thought, oh, they're illustrating my key point. And that is a good thing, because it means that the City College of New York serves the demographics of an ever-evolving New York City. As a high school student, I heard that the City College of New York referred to as the Harvard of the proletariat. As soon as I could, I got myself to New York, established residency, and enrolled with free tuition. Within 2 years, tuition hit the 1,000 mark. I paid more for my daughter's nursery school in Manhattan than for my BFA. Student loans today are more than my home mortgage, which is something I hope the new administration is going to help change. I love going to school in Harlem, where knishes and cafe con leches were sold at the same delis. Finley Hall, where I tutored Sikh students and took part in many student groups, was my second home. I studied on the A train, and I was exposed to fantastic professors. 2 of them deserve special mention, as their influence literally set the course of my life. I always get tears in my eyes when I think of her. The late Dr. Joan Kelly Goodall, whose course on Renaissance women taught me intellectual rigor, and Dr. Dennis Donato, who taught film history and theory, luckily before semiotics. I recall Joan, as she always insisted. The interdisciplinary nature of her classes helped me to find an overarching theme to many of my films: the role of the individual in shaping society and history, and the ways history and culture shape the individual. For Joan, no woman is an islander. As a work-study student projecting 16mm films for Dennis Donato, I got to chatting with him. He often invited me into his class discussions. I don't think they do that anymore. He encouraged me to sign up for one of his courses, and at the end of the semester, he encouraged me to apply to the Picker Film Institute. I followed his advice, and the rest is history. I remember them reaching out to me, and whenever I can, I reach out and mentor students, especially CCNY alumni. As a matter of fact, my last film I shot in the Grand Canyon, and my key cameraman was a graduate of City College. A renewed emphasis on science at CCNY is a welcome evolution in serving the needs of our city and, in fact, the planet. Hurricane Sandy is definitive evidence of a changing climate. It will take the skills of many, many disciplines, many scientists from across the board, as well as political will to shift cultural prejudice against science as a way of knowing. And I will wager a bet that students and professors from the City College of New York will be at the forefront of that next big paradigm shift. I'd like to say a special thank you to my family, friends, and colleagues, especially the ones who are here. Often those are overlapping categories, as I make my films in a very small nonprofit production company. Especially my partner, Andrea Weiss, and our daughter, Ilana Schiller Weiss. You make my life complete. Thank you.